Dudes of Divination here with Feast of Ravenmoor. Stay tuned to see what horrors await the adventurers today. Okay, last time on Feast of Ravenmoor, they were attacked by some strange cultists. Found out that they were cultists of Glander, an evil deity of disease and vermin. They were split up with Baron and Quinn together, Elric and Nyx together. Nyx and Elric went to meet back up with them at the Stones. Found Baron's armor and hammock still set up, but no traces of them. Thinking that they went to the manor, where they were met with Leonard, who said, "I ain't here." Gave them very little information other than that, so Nyx sent his raven to do some scouting. Dreamer was able to identify the two in a cornfield surrounded by a bunch of dead sturges. Dreamer landed, you recognized Dreamer, he led you back to each other, you retrieved your armor, filled the two of them in on what was going on, went back through the cornfield, and you are now approaching the old Chenowitz place.
By golly, we got a slaughter on our hands.
What is there to slaughter there, Baron? I just see timber and corn.
Disease, vermin, and moths.
I don't know if I have a spell for that.
Raid? You don't have the raid spell?
Oh my god.
You don't have a glue trap?
I just know
So,
that.
You approach the farmhouse that sits in a clearing surrounded by crops. The windows on the house are boarded up, and there is no sign of life inside, except for what looks like a candle burning in one window. There is a falling apart front porch with 3 steps that lead up to the front door. Before you stands a wicker and gored scarecrow of a moth-winged woman, leaning against the rickety fence. The house is overgrown with thick curtains of ivy, and the cornfields surrounding the house have been left to grow wild. The constant hum of insects fills the air. There must be millions of mosquitoes around you.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm gonna go disfigure that scarecrow.
Alright.
I will aid him.
As why?
Enough of these false deities!
I will watch as they beat up the scarecrow.
Who's going to the scarecrow?
Us 3.
The scarecrow
Baron.
springs to life as you approach.
Of course.
So, the scarecrow is leaning against the porch, and the 3 of you can be standing however you would have gone up to be facing.
3 on 1,
Yeah,
I like the odds. Et ménage à trois.
That's not the right number.
I mean, there's 4 of you.
Quattro et trois.
So, it becomes clear that this is no ordinary pumpkin-headed scarecrow as its eyes begin to glow and it jerks to life.
Knowledge. Do you know information on this beast? Okay, arcane or dungeoneering things.
Set knowledge religion to see if it would be
Plains
something.
or nature or history. Or
You
Arcana.
could try a knowledge religion check, sure.
Arcana?
Sure.
16.
19.
Well, show off.
The only thing that you guys know is that this scarecrow was built to develop or to resemble Desna. You don't know anything about it, however.
I'm gonna bless myself with Holy Strike.
You can do that on your turn. Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
18.
My days has been ass today.
I rolled the 2 too.
Quinn, what do you have?
20.
Nix.
8. Or, 6.
And Elric.
5.
Haha! Beat him.
Quinn, you lead us off.
Alright. I guess draw my quarterstaff. I mean, even though.
I would assume that all of you have your weapons out if you're going to destroy this scarecrow.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And we had him out from the last encounter, so I assume we're still be on guard.
Yeah. So I will swing my quarterstaff.
Nice.
22.
That's a hit.
See you shift
Oh, you
up.
gotta step up.
Okay, sorry. So I just get one
You
attack.
can shift up and
You can
That's
shift
right,
and
yeah.
do both, yeah.
Hit him.
No. 10.
That is not a hit.
Okay. 3.
Oh. Well, you poke him with your quarterstaff, and
Are you really alive?
yeah, it's more of a testing.
That's exactly.
he
I was-
traps through the clothes, and the second hit, the scarecrow just grabs it like, I'm alive.
I'm alive now.
I'm just making sure that wasn't the wind that rustled you.
Right?
Right. No, it is. It has jumped down from its mount and is facing you with sharp claws.
Could have been the wind.
Its hands are made of 3 sickles. So each of its hands has 3 sharp hooked claws. It's Baron's turn.
Why I gotta be mean?
Alright, Fervor, casting Divine Favor on myself, and then I'll step up and attack.
Alright, Divine Favor is going to give you a +1 on attack and damage. Are you power attacking?
No. 13.
13 is not a hit. However, the Desna effigy is going to attack Quinn, because Quinn actually damaged it, so
Or punk.
it is focusing its wrath on him. So his first attack is a 22.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So with its first attack, it hits you and deals 11 damage.
Ouch.
And its second attack swings wild and does not hit. Its claws are sharp, and as soon as they touch your flesh, you are overwhelmed with fear, and you have to make a will save. Yes.
20.
Okay. So you're able to stave off the fear that it strikes within you. However, you're still shaken for 1 round. Meaning, it's basically you just have a -2 to your next attack rolls.
Okay.
Because you're nervous to fight this thing still.
Okay.
Nix, it's your turn.
With bow drawn and scarecrow ahead, I will attempt to put a few arrows into his straw-filled chest. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do.
Nix may be a witch, but Nix is an archer.
I'll do 3 damage.
Okay, your arrows seem to sink in and affect him just as they would a human. I guess this scarecrow would be a her, because it is Desna after all.
Yeah.
So yeah, you sink an arrow into her flesh.
I'll shift
Or
back
her straw.
5 feet after.
Okay. Elric.
So, I run forward. This is how you do it. Light a card electrified.
Alright.
Crit.
Oh man, okay. Confirm.
Woo!
That's how you start the encounter.
Yeah. I rolled 12 plus.
6.
Yeah. What was that? Yeah, plus 6, so 18.
Yeah, that confirms.
Alright.
So, your crit is sort of weird.
Well, it's times 2.
Trap card.
Oh, it's times 2. Okay.
Yeah, because
So,
it's the down card.
yeah, you do
Alright, so 8 for the card.
Plus.
And
2, so 10.
3.
Why 3?
Oh, no. 2 because I didn't call it. It's W aim.
Oh,
I didn't call it W aim, no. Alright, and then we got 7. Oh no, wow. 8. 11. So 22 plus 8. 30 plus 2. 32.
32. Yeah, you throw an electrified card right at this thing's head, and you throw it through its eye hole, and its whole gourd head just becomes electrified, and it rolls around, but it stays standing, shockingly.
The
Um,
puns are too strong.
and it's sagging a little bit. Its head has a few holes in it, but it's still bearing its big claws toward Quinn, and it is your turn.
15.
That is a miss.
Nope, miss.
It is hurt, but it is still agile enough to dodge out of the way of your blows. Baron.
Power attack. Negative. I already used it. No, that was the previous day, so we'll give it another go. Yes.
Yeah, that is definitely going to hit. You hit with the die alone.
Seven, 9.
9 damage is enough. You run up with your star knife and you give it an uppercut through the gourd and pull it out, and its head is just in shambles now, and its body soon falls.
Covered in pumpkin yet.
Nice finish.
I am a dwarf, you know.
I didn't know.
I always finish nice.
I didn't know dwarven
I always finish
children
last.
I
could
just take
finish
that
that
off.
well.
So yes, the scarecrow is nothing more than a straw pile and a forgotten.
So,
Can I search it?
Sure.
I don't search it very well.
I start. No,
That's fine. You tear through its straw. It doesn't appear that this thing is concealing anything.
Okay. What about the sickles?
It has 6 sickles. If anybody wants
Baron,
a sickle.
hold these.
I would like to use a potion of cure light
I'll
wounds.
strap
Okay.
them
That's a
to
D8
my
plus
back,
1.
I guess.
Yeah, it's a good spot for them.
The sickle's probably taller than me, though, so that
No,
might-
they're the hand
Oh.
sickles.
Yeah, you're thinking of a Psy. That's the like Grim Reaper-y thing. Or the Grain Harvester, as it is meant to be wielded. But anyway,
The harvester of souls.
in this area from where we're at after killing it, do we hear anything besides bugs?
No. The sounds of combat stop, and the eerie silence of the bugs falls upon you again.
We have like adventure like kits that would have like a fire start and stuff like that, correct? Just standard exploring.
Yeah. Like
I'm-
flint and steel.
Correct. Yeah, I'm gonna light the scarecrow on fire.
Sure. Yeah, it goes up in flames really, really quickly.
as a scarecrow would.
You just spark it a few times, and it just
Okay.
whole body is engulfed.
seeing that he lit a fire and that there's bugs around, and seeing I don't have my malaria net, I'm gonna just march right inside to get away from the bugs.
It's malaria in that.
Okay.
I don't do bugs. I'm out.
I'm just gonna do some
I
press.
was
I'll follow
just-
suit.
I was gonna use door sight so I could see what was on our side.
Out too late. I'm ready in.
I'll follow suit too.
I'm just gonna press it to say just some like lightning around me to keep the bugs away from me as I wait to see what they
It's
do.
just gonna attract them.
I'm shooting lightning out.
But light attract bugs.
I don't know that lightning attracts
Lightning?
bugs.
It's like a bug zapper. You're just turning yourself into
Yeah,
a
I
bug
mean,
zapper.
so sure. He's just killing a few of them.
As I walk in, I say, Fee, fi, fo, fum, what evil being resides in these slums?
The rhyming dwarf.
I didn't know we brought a bard along.
No response from the side rooms?
I'm just outside.
Um,
Can you guys hurry up?
3 cultists await your arrival.
Hey, look, evil beings, I called it.
And they say, "Your doom awaits you."
I think you first.
And
Hey.
they...
Is that how they talk?
No. They lose their accent when... They lose their accents when they're mad.
When the cultists,
Come on now, when they do that in their accent.
when they put a
Yeah,
cultist
you-
mask on, they lose the southern accent.
Yeah.
There must be some ugly inbred hillbillies under
my
those
God.
masks again.
Do we want to just keep the same initiative, or are we rerolling?
Yeah, we can stay in initiative.
It's okay, I'll go last.
I mean, you're outside zapping bugs anyway.
They say, we'll have an especially fun time sacrificing you, boy.
How many teeth you got in that mouth there?
It's Quinn's turn.
Can I block in the doorway? So can I just shift through?
Go through.
You can go through them as long as you don't stop in his
As
face.
long as I allow you. And I'll allow you.
I'm just gonna.
I won't
go
allow
right
you.
there.
So Brandon, are you here or are you in the door?
In the corner.
In the corner, okay.
So then I'm gonna attack right
We
away.
can travel through
Okay.
friendly spaces, though.
Twice.
I can do that.
Yeah, you can go through me. If I allow it. If I don't, like, hold it. Hold on. Don't come in.
I'll sneak under your legs.
I mean, you are a child.
I'll put my
Okay.
shortness to
Okay.
use.
Yeah, that one definitely hits. So he ducks under your first strike, but you come up and hit him under the chin with your second.
No, the shaken is gone now.
Yeah, that's gone.
Okay.
Piece of crap.
2.
Yeah, so you catch him under the chin and you give him little more than just a bloody lip.
There's more to come.
Baron, your turn.
Power, I guess a little sneak around him. Walk over to this big dude. Power attack.
All right.
There you go.
18.
Yeah.
Dustin's rolls. I don't even know how you do it. Like, you throw it and it lands and it doesn't roll. I could never do that.
Yeah,
Easy
mine
10.
rolls. What's up?
Yeah, you drop him. You walk up, you just punch him right in the neck, and he falls.
Hey, look,
Gurgling
he's
to the
got 2
ground.
teeth.
He's got one left teeth now.
Nix.
I'm going to just shift back, and then the guy in the corner I'm going to deadly aim with
Okay.
my longbow. And try to eviscerate him. Oh, okay, that'll work.
Nice.
20 something
Yeah.
for 3 damage.
Ooh. Yeah, you hit him in his leg. He's hobbled.
I deadly aimed his leg.
They
That's your warning shot, sir.
they look at each other and they say, "They're way stronger than they said they'd be." Yeah, we better get out of here. And they're gonna break off. He's gonna break off combat with you. You could take an attack of opportunity if you wanted to.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm mad that he's talking.
I'm not finished with you.
12.
That hits.
What?
8.
Yeah, so,
Nice!
So he goes to run
Oh,
past
God.
you, and you just
Right in the head.
I
cue him in the
done with you.
forehead. That guy, like,
It's a hard hit to the
yeah,
head.
that guy, the remaining cultist in the room is very frightened, but he's gonna try his best to just run out the front door, so
Oh,
he's gonna
God,
run
what-
past Baron. That hits.
Power.
With a
You
hobbled
can't power
life.
attack.
That's
Attack
right.
opportunity.
It's still 6.
Yeah, so he drops as well. They're not
As
dead.
he slides out the door.
None of these men are dead, but they are bleeding and will die if their wounds are not treated.
Elric just sees a man like slide out the door.
Yeah, you didn't even get into the house yet. You see a guy start running, and then you see a blade pop out of his chest. He just falls down.
Alright, I'm gonna pick one. I'm gonna pick up one that's just. Oh, I'm gonna start slapping him to try to wake him up.
Well, they're all beyond like talking right now because they are all
I'm gonna.
dying. They're
Alright,
all bleeding out
I will
in some
use
way or another.
Just cure light wounds on them, or I can do it.
I'll use a fervor on one of them. And
I'm gonna walk forward. So
I mean, you could just make a heal check if you wanted to try to
I
stabilize.
was gonna make a heal check, but
Okay.
you called it first, so.
Yeah, I'll use a fervor on one of them and give him a d6 back. 6.
Then I'll stabilize this guy.
Well, we only need one.
Yeah,
we only need to talk to one, so just only.
I go to the guy in the doorway while he's like stabilizing it, and I just half draw my bow and just shoot.
But
him
we
into
don't
the
need to
back of the head.
stabilize them all. We just need one
Yes.
to get info from.
This one seemed to have died of his injuries.
He was extra dangerous.
I just walk by him as I see you peg an arrow in him. Oh, wonderful.
Make a heal check.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say, does Denzel frown upon just?
They try to kill us.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
no, you're defending yourself.
Well, I mean, not anymore.
Oh, he's trying to heal. I healed
No, I'm
the
not-
one
I'm not
just to get
healing him,
info
I'm just-
from.
I'm
He's
just
trying to
stabilizing
stabilize the other one.
I'll just stabilize him.
Okay. I don't think Desna would frown upon stabilizing him or leaving him to die, so it's
17.
your call.
She doesn't really
16.
mess
I'm sorry,
with
16.
the mortal world, so I don't think she'd care.
Just as long as we're not being inadvertently evil
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to stabilize him.
So the two are stabilized, and the one is.
And the one is awake because he basically used like a lay on hands on him. And he opens his eyes, and he sees that he's still in the room with you. He opens his eyes. He says, "Glonder? Oh shit!"
I'm gonna grab him by the scruff of the neck and kind of like sit him up. How many of you are there?
You'll have to kill me. I ain't telling you anything.
Prestidigitation, some lightning
I'll just say
behind
to you,
him, looking all
well,
menacing.
we got this one, so go ahead and kill that one.
But as he says that, and I pressured some lightning right behind him.
Well,
looking
use the one
scary.
you stabilized and just slit his throat.
Well, no, kill the one that you're talking to.
Do an
He's not
intimidate check
talking.
with what we just did for you.
Yeah.
Can we give him a buff for what he said and for my prestidigitation to make him look scarier?
And,
Sure.
And for me,
16 and whatever the buffs we're getting from him.
Yeah, he is demoralized. He says, "There's a lot of us. You'll never defeat us all in the fields. We're all over the place. We got eyes on you at all times."
Your eyes will meet my star knife by the end of this evening. Where's Glonder?
He laughs. He says, You think Glonder just walks around here with us?"
Well, you'll be this year's sacrifice.
He says, "I'm afraid that we already have a sacrifice."
Yeah, it's gonna be you.
Bluff.
Oh, you're right.
Your queen of your festival is long gone by now. So.
His eyes get wide. He says, "You killed Shell?"
No, but she will not be.
I killed Shell.
She will not be returning to these areas.
I'll aid him.
7 plus 8.
Well, seeing as he already said no, he just sort of brushes you off.
But
and you
he
say,
doesn't. He
"I
doesn't
killed
know that I
Shell."
killed her.
We didn't kill her, but she's long gone by now.
Tried.
He says, Glonder will find her. One of you will have to do in the meantime.
I think not. I stab him again. Just coup de grace.
Alright. So he dies laughing. Like, he wasn't telling you anything, and he seemed happy to welcome himself to Glonder.
So, I'll say, how about this one? And I'll tap the one on the head with my staff.
So he stirs awake, too. And he says, you can torture me all you want. I ain't talking.
I pee on him.
That has to be
I
demoralizing.
pee right in his eye.
That's demoralizing.
While the urination is going on, I go up to the cleric and I hex you and heal you for 8 damage.
8 damage. Oh, 8 points, yeah.
He does 8 damage.
Is that hex?
Ha!
Yes.
What's that hex?
Is my pee
Healing.
damage?
Healing Hex. He can basically do Cure Light Wounds on every creature that he meets in the day.
Once per day. Yeah.
Once per day.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you very much.
That's awesome.
That's all the hexes I can provide for you today.
That is okay. Hopefully.
Never say Nyx didn't do anything for it.
Never would.
So he covers his head to try to not get urinated on anymore.
So as urination commences, I'll say, well, we've already killed your 2 friends, and he didn't talk, so he got his, we saved him only to have him kill him. And then this gentleman here put an arrow in the back of the head of the other person.
I'm done playing around. Let him know what he wants to know.
So if you want to leave, then tell us what we want to know. Or you'll be the next sacrifice.
He says, do what you will, I'll die in service to my lord.
I come up and I want to intimidate him, and I just kind of like, I get down, real kind of just close to him. I'm just like, listen, we both know you're going to die here. It just depends on the degree of pain you wish to endure. Now, if I were you, an arrow to the back of the head, not so bad.
Being
Tell
flayed
me what I
alive.
want,
Being flayed alive.
and you might get such a good treatment.
Roll your intimidate.
20 something. 28.
He thinks, he ponders, you could see his face get red with anger. And he says, oh shit, fine, what do you want?
Why are you so willing to die for the Squandor?
As I kind of like, I pull out an arrow and I knock it, and I'm like half drawn, ready to finish. Give him what he deserves.
He says, Glonder provides, the Gossamer King. We give sacrifice. He keeps us safe and gives us healthy crops.
Where is the Gossamer King?
Someone have sense motive on that? I'm really curious to know if
Yeah.
he really...
12. Probably that.
20. What a waste.
That seems to be what he actually believes.
He gives you healthy crops by not poisoning them himself.
Can he do a knowledge religion to know if this god is capable of doing such a thing?
Sure.
I'm gonna ask you, can Glondor do such a thing?
I'm not quite sure. 11.
It doesn't seem beyond the realm of possibility that any god could do good things.
If it meant they were getting something out of it. Even
Right.
evil.
So if Glander was receiving human sacrifices to drain of all of their blood, Glander is a giant mosquito after all, it's not out of the realm of possibility that he would be like sort of protecting Ravenmoor because they're feeding him.
Who all in Ravenmoor knows about Gondor? Or are you guys a secret covenant?
There's about 30 of us that know the truth.
Not anymore. There's about 22 of you now.
Everyone else thinks that we're paying homage to Desna.
What if you came forward and
The
met you?
door behind you opens,
This one?
revealing the old woman, seamstress. She walks out with her knitting needles very slowly, and she says, "What's going on out here? What are these dead bodies and this blood?"
Just quickly
We were decorating.
plug this guy in the head. There's no more useful information that we can get from him.
I had one question, but it's okay.
No, he's dead now. Sorry.
We were redecorating for you.
What are you doing
I just
here?
wanted to ask if the altar that they sacrificed was the one out back.
Yeah, well, that's what we assume. We'll see.
She sees you kill him, and she, like, her eyes get wide.
That's my comment though. What are you doing here?
She says, what am I doing here? Well, I'm here to kill you. And her skin peels off. Her skin, starting at her head, like, falls off of her body, revealing a large, bluish black spider where she once stood.
I like to squash things.
I have an idea. If you give me 1 second, I was gonna ask this gentleman here if you'll hear me out for 1 second.
No, she doesn't have. She has
Okay.
no interest.
Whatever.
The green gem in her body, or the green innards of her body, sort of alight, and her legs react in like a strange clicking motion as if she was casting a spell. And
Actually, cast.
you are directly in front of her. Yeah, you can try a spell.
Both of us are equally.
Yeah,
I have the thing in front of me, though.
she just has the most direct path.
That's fine.
So you have to make a will save.
Well, we'll save spellcraft first, or we'll save
Spellcraft
first.
first, sure, because she does the casting.
It's 23.
It's a very strange motion, but it does mimic the somatic components of a sleep spell.
Oh, wonderful.
Jump in front.
A meteor.
Oh yeah, I'm probably going to sleep. 6.
Reroll.
Yeah. So your eyes become heavy and you just fall down face first on the ground.
If it's sleep, I'm going to trust my companions to have the rest of the spell. I'll save my reroll.
Quinn.
Slip over him. Actually,
As I fall, wake me up. Because I know she casts sleep on me.
It's a spider. Squish it.
that's the intention.
Oh, that's cool.
12.
A 12 is not enough to hit. Then it is Baron's turn.
Bless myself with the Holy Strike.
With a fervor point.
No, I'm just gonna. Oh, yeah. Good call.
Well,
no, that's a blessing.
your divine
That's-
favor is still going because this has all happened like in
Okay.
initiative.
So a Holy Strike and Divine Favor couldn't stack, or
They could. What is Holy Strike?
bless weapon to deal +1d6 holy to evil creatures.
Okay. Yeah, that's your standard action then. So you could bless your weapon and then move up to her.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Nyx goes.
I'm going to come behind my sleeping comrade, and before I try to wake him up, I'm going to give an evil eye to the spider. It has to make a will save.
Okay, 6.
That's failed. So you get -2 to AC, ability checks, attack rolls, saves, and skill checks for 6 rounds.
So how does that work, Evil Eye?
I think it's or. I think you have to choose one of those.
Oh, or I'll give it to attack rolls.
Okay.
How does Evil Eye work in game?
It's a hex.
It's just a hex. I can only target a creature with 1 hex. Or a
I
single
was
hex.
asking for flavor, for fun.
Oh, my eye looks like it has pink eye, and I just like
Alright, then it is her turn.
really evil.
I don't want to catch that.
Yeah, you're like on the ground underneath me. You feel like dribbling. Oh.
Hey, look, I'm a
Stop it.
You're still sleeping.
Just like, I just like kind of move over.
Just into a puddle of it.
She's going to shift back 1 square into that room. Yep. And then she is going to attempt to cast another spell defensively.
For sure, so you don't get an attacks opportunity.
Correct.
Well, technically, I'm pretty sure he can still hit her behind cover, so
right.
she gets
However,
a +4 to AC.
she does not succeed in casting defensively, so you could take an attack of opportunity on
We
her.
shall do that.
I'm in melee with her too. Do I get one?
No.
No, because she shifted backwards.
14.
No, that is not enough to hit. So she,
If you didn't do your reroll yet.
she completes her spell, and 3 doubles of her show up.
Ah, great.
I'm gonna cast magic weapon,
Okay.
and I'm just looking to see what that does.
Makes your weapon +1, so
Plus
it'll
to
give
bolt,
you
right?
yeah +1 to attack and damage.
Okay.
But that is your standard action, so you can only make a move action now.
Oh, okay.
Get up in there.
What's that?
Get up in there.
I guess I'll go. So I'll go up, and then if I walk through the doorway, do I get attacked? Right?
Yeah. She's blocking the door,
You'd have to
so you
acrobatics.
couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't move through.
Okay. Then I'll just hang out.
Okay. Baron's turn.
So you said we can't attack.
You can-
You can. She just gets
Yeah,
+4
she's
to
just
AC.
got she's got some cover.
Alright, so we'll go power attack.
Crit!
All right.
Nice.
Uh,
Not confirmed. First, roll a d4. Alright, so you take a slash and you slash through one of her doubles and destroy it. So there's still 3 spiders standing in front of you. Then it's Nyx.
I will go to a knee and I'll gently rouse my comrade and be like, "Hey, fight's not over yet.
I expect you just to
The
kick
fight's not over yet."
There's no roll associated
Yeah.
with it. You just take your standard action to wake him up.
What?
And it's your turn, Elric.
Be glad Baron didn't wake you up.
Well, move over here. That's
Alright. Alright, that makes it her turn. So she is going to try and attack Quinn.
Get him!
Was it -2 to attack rolls too?
Yeah, so a 13 is not going to be enough,
Nope.
as she is a bit clumsy with her bite attacks now. She's then going to shift towards that other door, diagonal 1 square.
She doesn't want to get pink eye. Don't blame her. It's gross.
go poop eye.
Next is Quinn's turn.
Well, I'm obviously gonna attack the one that tried to attack me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so you can shift up and still attack her.
You can still get both your attacks in.
crit.
Oh, darn.
Wow!
Alright, confirm.
Crit heavy today.
Damn. 11.
Too legit crit.
That is not confirmed crit, but it still hits.
21.
Yeah. Both of them hit. Roll 2d4s before rolling your damage.
Three and a 1.
So you destroy one of her doubles, and your second hit strikes true.
Okay.
So then not, well, they're both not crits.
Yeah.
7.
+1. Oh yeah, you got that. Right?
I have 5 + 1 plus
Yeah.
1 for the magic.
Yeah, so yeah, you bash her in the head pretty good with your quarterstaff. And her double like kind of shuffle back around so that you
So it's like
still can't tell which is which.
2, right? Her and a
Yeah,
double.
her and one double. Then it's Baron's turn.
Sneak in there and go face to face with her.
Alright.
Power attack again. 19.
19 is a miss.
Wow.
Yeah, you. It seems like she is protected supernaturally as you hit her, but your blow does nothing against her armored carapace.
By chance, did that hat she make you, was that made out of silk? She could have spit that out of her
Yes,
behind.
it certainly was. She does most of her weaving with silk.
I got a nice silk hat.
That came from her behind.
You leave my hat alone.
Next.
I will save the day, don't worry. I assume I can see her from here?
Yeah, you can shoot her from the door.
Okay, I will deadly aim on this very nice lady. For... Uh-oh, I might miss. 14.
Yeah, 14 is a miss. Your arrow sticks in the wall behind her as it becomes Elric's turn.
Get out of the way.
I think I'm using a shock and grasp regular just to get to her touch defense. Whatever. 1, 10, 15. Shift. Thanks for the hat! As I throw a card, I'll activate my Arcana pools to make my cards magical.
Okay.
Deadly aim. So, it would be a -1, but I have point blank shots, so it
Yeah, it
cancels
just cancels.
out. So,
But then your damage is going to be +3. Because point blank shot gives you 1 to damage and deadly aim gives you 2.
+1 for the third card being
Oh
magical.
yeah, so
so you back
+4.
it.
Plus
I miss.
+5. Alright, yeah, you throw a card and it hits the doorway in front of her. But she has backed herself into a corner. She's going to reach up and try to open this door behind her. So whoever has a melee weapon can take an attack of opportunity on her as she tries to do so.
No.
See, this happens when you get crits right away.
Right?
Ah!
Alright, so she opens the door
Retreat.
and runs in. Clambering over the bar, and she kind of hides herself in the corner. Peering into the room, you see this big glob. Just this, like, amorphous blob in the opposite corner.
That is cute.
And she points forward at you, and the blob begins to, like, roll over everything, just, like, sucking stuff up into its body. It looks like a big ball of mold.
Religion, or no, sorry, knowledge of
Nature.
something?
Nature.
That would be a 17.
This is a slime mold. It is a pretty much brainless blob that just rolls over things and engulfs them, and they're known to carry lots of diseases.
Okay. Do I get to learn anything about it?
Yeah, you would know that its disease that it carries is fungal rot.
Oh, that's not fun.
You don't want to be hit by this. It's a fortitude save of 16. Or you begin to rot away. The onset is 1 day, so it doesn't affect you immediately. But beyond that, you have to save every day or take 1d2 strength and 1d2 constitution damage and fatigue.
Have you seen my feet before? This is nothing.
Does it have any immunities? Would I know if it had any immunities?
No, it is just a little bit resistant to fire.
Okay. Good to know.
Is there a placement for this?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Let me grab a token quick. I don't actually have a mini for him, so I'm just going to represent him with a token.
Why?
Yeah, he's very large. He pretty much dominates this whole room. But it's Quinn's turn.
What is this?
A bar.
How about?
I'm gonna. Can I run in and make an acrobatics check to jump up on the bar?
He stole my idea. That's gonna do the same
Sure.
You can't jump. You're a dwarf.
He's a
Says the
child.
one that cleared the fire with ease.
You can do it. Maybe you'll be safe up there.
I mean, the lip on this thing isn't like 6 feet in the air, is
No.
it? Okay.
No, it's like 4.5, 5 feet tall.
Nice.
20?
Plenty. Yeah, you run in the door, you hop up on the bar, and you can continue your movement, and that's going to be your whole turn. Baron's turn.
I'll follow suit.
Oh god.
Oh, boom!
So yeah, you run into the room, you leap at the bar, and it catches you in the stomach, and you fall backwards. You're not prone, you're just...
I'm gonna turn back and scoff and go amateur.
I can't make the leap. You'll have to toss me.
Nix.
I'm gonna run in. Seeing this giant mold here, I'm gonna be like, whoa. Do some magical stuff with my hand and cast Flurry of Snowballs in a cone in front of me, trying to hit both the hag and the...
Yeah, you should be able to do that.
Wouldn't that
and-
clip
Yeah,
CJ?
hit me too.
Yeah, I would clip CJ. I was already expecting to.
What's the
Or
cone?
Quinn.
Or clip.
Yeah.
You could always. Oh no, because of your damage.
Yeah, you can hit them both.
Okay.
Um,
They need to make
as
reflex
well as-
saves. All targets
Okay.
need to make a reflex
Well,
save.
the ooze
17.
has 14.
That is a miss. Or not a success.
And the seamstress has a 15.
Also, not enough.
Is 17 enough?
17 is enough, so you will take half damage as
Oh my god.
you take some icy hard snowballs to the head. Oof.
Ooh.
It could reverse.
15. Because I don't think I add anything to it.
No, it's just your roll.
So 7.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty good if you consider you at least you have more
Yeah.
than half damage.
Right.
Yeah, so you run into the room and you just pelt this room with chunks of ice everywhere. Elric's turn.
I turn into Elf or the guy from Elf, and I just like,
All right, so he's already in 30 feet of me, so I'm just gonna.
You'd probably have to move into the room to be able to get a shot at him because,
He's in the doorway.
well, yeah, exactly. Your Nyx is in the doorway blocking your
come
view.
on in. Come on in.
I have precise shot.
All right, you want to try to throw a card under his arm?
As I'm like throwing a snowball.
So
Yeah, a little bit of a close shave.
I like my long hair. Leave it alone.
I'm going to do deadly or what is it? Spell combat.
Mm-hmm.
So then I can do 2 attacks, one of which will have the shocking grasp
On the ooze or on the
ooze.
seamstress? Okay.
So, what is that?
18.
18 plus 4, 22.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
9. Oh boy, 11 to the ooze.
That also hits.
Nice.
The ooze has like no defense.
So 3, 6, 6
Plus 10.
The base damage is 1, plus 1 for magical, plus 1 for Debian, which is 3.
Plus 2 for deadly aim. And 1 for point blank.
So yeah, that's plus 10, so
16.
6 plus 10 is 16 plus... Oh boy, that's disgusting, plus 6 more for the shot.
22.
So 22 damage. Yeah, his whole blob body just turns into this big ball of electricity, and he starts to roll forward and just sinks down through the cracks in the rotting floorboards.
So he's dead?
Yes.
Oh my god.
We worked well together.
I only get 3 shocking grasps a day, so...
Huzzah!
That was definitely one of them worth a shocking grasp.
Yeah. That brings it to the seamstress's turn. And seeing little else to do, she is just going to try to attack you. And I got a critical.
Yeah, nice!
I confirm.
Yeah, double.
And I confirm. So,
Ouch.
let me
That's what you
just-
get for winning the acrobatics competition.
Right, you hop up there already.
Your
don't you?
avoid's a critical
Whoa.
hit.
It pays to look stupid every once in a while.
Oh,
Like getting surrounded by 6 enemies.
Oh, 7 damage. She does not do a lot of damage. However, her poison may take hold. Make a fortitude save.
That's your best save,
Sure is.
Mr. Cleric.
23.
Yeah, you stave off the poison effects, no problem. And it is your turn to counterattack.
She's gonna get
You have high ground on her now, so you get an additional +1 to your attack roll.
yeah, like 17, but or 16.
That's not gonna hit.
Yeah. 22.
Yeah, that one does hit. Roll a d4.
2.
You destroy her last double.
Okay.
Baron.
Power. Nope.
Yeah, you take a swing, and your swing goes wide. Nyx.
I will do some deadly aim as she's backed up into the corner. Oh, not enough.
Yeah, you fire an arrow into the wall behind her, and
She's a shifty
Elric.
devil.
Comrade, give me a boost as I go to jump off your back or arm or whatever you give me to try to acrobat
Sure.
onto this desk.
I trip you.
We'll see what happens in a moment.
What if he doesn't want to assist?
Oh, 10.
yeah, that's good enough.
So my comrade.
I
has
try to
him-
trip you and you just like front flip forward.
You just
Okay.
think that he's helping you. He puts his leg out. You're like, oh, that's weird. You spring off his knee, and you
Roll your ankle.
And there was my standard again on the desk?
Yeah.
Alright, turn's done.
Okay. She is going to try to attack Quinn again. This time only a 15.
Nope.
Okay, and your turn.
Dr. Quinn, medicine woman.
Mm-hmm.
Plus crit.
Nice. Confirm.
21.
Yeah, that's confirmed.
Right. No, 20. 14 plus 6.
Still confirmed.
And then your second to save.
Holy shit!
Wow!
That was a crit again.
And confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Double
So
confirmed
roll
crit.
Jeez.
4 d6s,
And I get 10.
and then add your bonuses to hit 4 times.
No one.
Or bonuses to damage 4 times.
Jesus.
15.
17.
17.
She did.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Yeah, that is more than enough.
Oh,
You
whoa.
take 2 of your mightiest swings you can muster and just bash this spider woman's head.
The
right
holy
in.
light of
Can
Desna
I
comes down and
jump
shines
off of
on his
this?
staff
For the
as
second
he-
attack and just go right through the
Yeah.
entire body.
You just impale her down.
Your weapon stuck in the ground.
And your weapon goes through the rotting floorboards of the cabin, and she writhes in pain before dying impaled on your blunted quarterstaff.
having
oh,
having 2 cards in my hand. Impressive.
I'll rip out my quarterstaff and I'll say, "You sucked at making clothes."
Hey!
Her
Good
dying.
hat.
No, I didn't.
Take that back.
So with that, the house falls silent. It does not appear there is anyone else within.
Besides sound of insects, still.
You can hear the insects outside, yeah, but there's
I would have thought that in real life.
Yeah, there's really only one more way to go.
Jeez, not happening. I'm running from that. I don't care. How
So there's a door. Behind her. Did she purposely not try to open it?
no, she was just weakened and
I'm
didn't want to
I'm
take
booting
the
the door
opportunity
in.
attacks.
Okay, I guess I'll go up to it and I'll
I've
try to
already
open
done
it. Oh, okay.
Nope.
I'm not sure why you rolled to open the door.
I was gonna boot it open.
Oh.
And I.
I'll help you. I'll like grab your leg.
And now my
This is
foot
how you do
hurts.
it.
You kick the door probably off its hinges.
With a 5?
Yeah, with very little strength. The
If
door's
not, he
the
helps
door's
you with
rotting.
this,
Like you kick it and it just like breaks off its hinges and falls down.
Ah!
This is a windowless room lit by a single brass lantern hanging from a rusty nail on the northern wall. Dozens, perhaps hundreds of moths crawl throughout the ceiling's rotting rafters and on the molding curtains of boarded windows. The disturbance of their movements causes eerie shadows to wiggle on every surface. Old floorboards have been ripped up in the room's corner, allowing a flight of earthen steps to lead down into the ground.
I want to do a perception of this room while they're doing that.
Okay.
Not that I'm good at perception. Yeah, I don't fucking see nothing.
What's your step as you come in, gentlemen?
Brent, just to let you know, I did use a potion of the Cure Light Wounds on
Sure.
myself
Okay.
after the event.
Nick, you look around in that room. It's
I did 2.
yeah, it's
Okay.
just it's an empty room outside of a mound of compost, covered with tiny black mushrooms that looks very similar to the ones that you ate at dinner.
Which is why I probably got a 2 because I didn't want to touch anything.
Yeah, there's a bar and a table. It looks like this was at one point a dining room.
Alright, I'm gonna shimmy step through this room, trying not to touch any bugs and start walking down
You
the
are in the
stairs.
doorway, so you just
Yeah.
walk them in the
And I'm actually right
Start-
here now, so they jumped down.
Start down the stairs.
Okay, so you're heading down the basement stairs.
Yeah, and whenever we get like a bug gets close, I just use my level 0 Ray of Frost and just like freeze.
You're just blasting these
Yeah.
bugs with ice.
I'm just stomping anything in my way.
Just kind of like covering the walls with rays of frost, like just streaks, like random paint strokes on a blank canvas. Just trying to eradicate as many. I just don't want them touching me. I don't like.
I'm
using
following
them
his footsteps in the path of no bugs.
off. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
So you walk down the stairs to a low-ceilinged basement decorated by curtains made out of a mix of thick sheets of web adorned with countless dead insects. Most of these are flies and mosquitoes, some of which are quite large. At the far end of the room sits a low wooden table on which a hideous shape crouches. A human-sized statue of an insectile monster made from corn husks, dry branches, rags, and bones. The floor of this room is an even layer of moist soil and earth, and 3 shovels, their blades caked with earth, lean against the side of the stairs.
This, I wouldn't. You don't need it if when I haven't walked in yet, so I'm not gonna. So it'll just be you two probably in the front that just walked in. So
Go deface this statue again.
Isn't there a being down there too? Then I.
there's
It's a
something like-
statue.
Oh, it's the statue that.
I'm
I
pretty
thought it
sure
was
it's the
se-
statue.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
two
it's-
separate things.
I'm gonna go
Oh.
deface it.
I'll walk with Baron over there.
I'll follow.
I'll walk into the doorway.
Is that?
No, it's not depicted. It's
Oh.
just like a long 5-foot hall. I didn't draw it out. Yeah, so you go and you rip this statue up.
So you said there was fresh earth and shovels. So
Yep. There's also a number of. Oh, as you're ripping it up, you can see that parts of the statue have been splashed with blood.
This must be his altar.
And when you get closer, you see a box underneath the table.
Ooh, treasure.
So all you, Baron, are going to open that.
Yeah, I guess I'll flip the latch and.
I'll pull out my star
Toss
knife
her
and
open.
like do a butterfly sign of Desna to like bless him while he opens this.
Sure. Within the box, there are a dozen cult robes and mosquito masks.
Add this garbage.
Detect magic.
No magic.
I'm gonna grab one of the shovels and look for where the earth's been turned recently.
Okay. Make a perception check. I guess everybody can make a perception check.
No, I'm not helpful. Who is our perception guy, anyways?
13.
18.
2.
Him.
With my +2.
2?
Hold on. 4.
Oh, okay.
He wins
Um,
with an 18.
You see that there are a lot of places where dirt has been dug and refilled. You are able to detect a stench of decay coming from one of the small mounds.
I stand right over it and just point down at it.
It's only fair that you find it at you're the one closest to the ground to smell it.
If you insist.
I hear that children, lose the sense of smell at older ages, so it makes sense that you'd be able to
I
smell
grab a
it.
dirt clod and whip it at you.
I dodge out of the way. Dirt!
As you reach down and grab a handful of dirt, you reveal a decaying face that was buried extremely shallow underground.
I stab it.
What's his face?
Is it a human?
Yeah.
Is it a...
Yeah, you can still
Is it our Kyle
stab
guy?
I stab it.
Elias.
Man, woman,
Yeah,
child.
Elias Kyle. Is it our tax collector?
Well, he's now got a knife in his face, but it would be nothing to unearth the rest of his body. You can tell that he has red hair matching the description, and he is sort of a squat man. It would seem that this is Elias Kyle. He has a large gash along his body. It looks like he had been eviscerated.
Does he have
Poor
things-
guy just wanted to get some
Does
taxes.
he have things on him, like taxes?
Does he still have organs?
Because it seemed like the mayor thought he gave him taxes.
The mayor's a liar, man.
Maybe the mayor's not a liar.
The mayor's a liar.
No, he has
The mayor is Glocker.
Could be.
nothing.
Idea. Let's all put these cultist robes and masks on and walk around like you belong here.
And walk to the mayor and get our tax
No,
money.
walk around this area.
Well, yeah, but I mean, go to the mayor and
I say we burn this building to the ground.
I mean, sure, let's grab these robes first.
yeah, let's grab the ropes
That
first.
works for me.
So, I guess I'll start
They're not
stirring up.
magical, so they're
So is this just like a burial site for bodies?
It's like a mass grave.
I think
It's
it's
not like a
Yeah.
First we need to find this altar of Glonder.
I think we found it.
Or we need to find a way to draw him out.
then we should know enough now.
This appears to be more of like a shrine than an altar.
Okay. Maybe the altar's out back.
They said it was in the corn. They said it was in the corn.
Shell did tell you that it was in the corn.
Yeah, let's go put on these robes and go find it.
As I'm putting on the robe and the mask.
I was gonna say, could you send your
hat
falcon out? But he doesn't know what he's looking for.
I'm sure we'll find it.
So, like, in the corn somewhere.
Is there, like, down in the basement, are there torches lit or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
It might be hard to burn it down because it's rotting. It'll be full of
Okay.
moisture.
Yeah.
Full.
I don't have any fire spells, otherwise I'd help you.
Even if you did, fire spells don't normally...
I have some fine alcohol here, though, that can assist.
Sure.
I think trying to burn down a whole rotted house is
I think it's a waste of time.
a waste of time. I agree.
We got what we needed. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
So we all put on the disguises.
Yeah. And when we go outside, I again send Dreamer to the air and give her or him instructions. I guess I've never really checked to see if it's a guy or a girl.
I assumed it was a guy.
Okay, I guess he's a guy. Good guy.
I assumed his gender.
Good for you. And I will tell him what we're kind of looking for and to point us in the right direction.
So you sent Dreamer up into the sky, and Dreamer flies over the corn into the darkness, and you sort of lose sight of him. But your empathic link is enough to alert you to Dreamer experiencing fear.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, in the direction he went?
Yeah, behind the house.
Okay. I tell everyone, just like, quickly, let's be off.
So we leave the house at the front door.
Mm-hmm. You leave the house, you loop around the back, where there is like racks of vegetables and rotting things from a time long ago. There's a ruined barn in the back, as well as a old pond. But beyond all of that is the corn maze. So you come up from the bottom. The sound of the insects in here is nearly deafening. Like just the 5 feet worth of corn that you had to go through, you're just covered in mosquito bites.
Great.
And there is clear paths to your left and to your right.
Roll to see which way we go since we can actually see the map.
Why go a
That seems
direct?
right.
Why not take the most direct route and go right through the corn?
I don't know how deep it is. This clear path, as far as I know, is the best route.
I mean, you can, through the corn, if you look, you can see some, like, flame.
I can't.
You can see what looks like a flame, and you can even see smoke rising into the night sky.
I vote to go to the right.
I see light right over there, though.
I mean, if we can see light, maybe it's not a bad idea just to go through the grass.
We already walked through this stack of corn. What's a little more?
All right, you lead the way.
So be it.
I like that idea.
So I come traipsing out of the corn stack.
I wait until...
I wait, too, to hear what happens.
Yeah. I'll let the two tankier of our party kind of wade through.
I don't know if he just...
You come face to face with 2 cultists.
Oh, hi!
They, at first, you're thrown off because it looks as though they're wearing black robes. A further inspection of them reveals that their entire body is covered in mosquitoes.
I was going to say, we are wearing robes, so...
Yeah.
There you go. Remember.
Hey, we're here for the meeting.
It doesn't seem like this causes them any kind of discomfort or anything. It's like they wear this proudly. They say, we haven't a sacrifice yet. However, a few of us were able to get Shell. Looks like it's gonna have to be her. Let's go.
Can we hear that through the grass?
You can hear them talking to someone.
Okay, but talking, so no battle. I'm gonna walk through.
Yeah, I'll wade through as well.
Hey, they're here for the meeting too.
Buongiorno.
What was his name? The what king?
Gossamer.
For the Gossamer King. I yell out.
They found a sacrifice. They found her sacrifice for the season in its shell.
That shouldn't be a surprise to any of you.
No, not at all.
The
Not at
Festival
all.
Queen always gets sacrificed. You must be the 4 that Andretti's waiting for. Let's go.
Yep. Yep, you bet.
So.
Yep, we'll follow.
Andretti is it.
You approach, and you see Andretti Kriegler, still in his robe, yet crawling with insects himself, holding the Spear of Desna, and standing over a tied and bound Shell Lepescu.
And then Jindy's a mayor, right?
Mm-hmm.
As he's like about to stab her, or is he like saying some prayers?
He's not holding it blade side down yet. He's holding it.
It's probably like a ceremony kind of thing.
You join in a circle of cultists. A quick count reveals that there is at least 20 of them.
Being that I'm the way that I am, actually, I would say I'm concerned for Shell.
Oh,
So I don't like.
I think we're all concerned.
And
for
he
Shell.
says,
people getting sacrificed.
they all join hands, and they all start chanting, "That which sleeps must still be fed. That which sleeps must still be fed."
Does he start to
can I take?
change the blade?
That which sleeps shall soon be dead.
That's not the words.
Oh, in it?
If I attacked Andretti right now, would he be like flat-footed or?
He'd be on guard.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say. I was just gonna for him to raise the blade and then.
Andretti says, "It is of no secret that I am unable to bear child. Therefore the Kriegler line ends with me. Glonder has promised me that through sacrifice he will bless me with an heir to my name. Shell," he grazes the side of her face, "you were such a great servant and such a great beauty. It will pain me greatly to see your blood spilled on this altar tonight." And he turns the spear and he says, "Great Glonder, bless me with an heir to my
As he
name."
does that, I whip my robe off and throw a card at his head with a shocking grasp.
And can I also try something?
Mm-hmm.
I say, I just mutter for Desna and then whip off my cloak and I charge him behind him.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
bull rush one of the commies, I guess.
Alright, so, 18.
Now, are we still using same initiative or is this a separate encounter?
No, this is
This is
going to be
sneak on.
separate, but this is
Okay.
surprise round, so.
I got an 18, dude. It's flat.
Okay. That's going to hit.
So 17.
Alright.
Actually,
You just rush up to him.
Well, seeing that we had the same mind, I was gonna actually rush up and try to untie Shell.
Okay, yeah, you
Just
can,
'cause I see,
run
obviously-
to Shell then, yeah.
Okay, and I don't know if you want me to roll for like a strength check to untie her. or
No,
something,
that's
but-
fine.
okay.
She's just bound in place. She's not really fighting because what can she really do?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take out one of the clansmen.
Alright, so you're just turning and attacking the guy next to you.
Yeah.
Alright.
20?
Yeah, you hit.
8?
Yeah, you drop it. The others have no response to this at all.
Do you want to do something with
yeah.
the sneak around?
I want to cast thunderous thundercloud or aggressive thundercloud, like right on top of the Andretti,
Okay.
and so he needs to make a reflex save.
Alright, let me find his saves quick. Oh, 23.
No, that's a miss. So yeah, he negates the damage, but anyone who's within 10 feet of the creature
He negates the damage entirely?
for this round.
Okay.
So if there's any cultists around them, they also have to make the save if they're within 10 feet of it.
They all fail.
So they all take 9 damage.
Can I say
Who
weak
failed?
damage?
Yeah, so, like, within 10 feet of him, there's probably 6 cultists. So all the cultists just get electrified and
Yep.
fall over.
And the ball is still like sitting over his head, and it's like illuminating the area.
Okay. The cultists just keep chanting. That which sleeps must still be fed. That which sleeps must still be fed.
Will soon be dead.
And Andretti, like, looks at you wounded, and he says, "No, you'll ruin everything." And
That's
now
the plan.
initiative.
That's the plan.
You know, taxes are a very...
But don't worry, I'm good at rolling initiatives. Nah.
If you would have just paid your taxes, you could have done whatever you wanted.
That's a very important point.
That's the moral of this adventure. Pay your taxes, you can do whatever you want.
I mean,
We wouldn't be here right now if you would have just let the tax man.
he's not lying there.
It's true.
Baron, what do you got?
10.
Quinn,
14.
Nix,
19.
and Elric.
8.
Okay, Nix, you're first.
Okay, I'm going to move the sphere so it's still within range of him,
Mm-hmm.
but also in range of any other cultist.
So just moving it like around in the circle, sort of.
Yeah, so it still
Okay.
will clip him, and then
You got a 23 for a save again.
well, he's a jerk.
And 2 of the 4 cultists failed.
Okay, so the 2 that failed take 7 damage.
That's enough to drop 2 more of these cultists. Is that your turn to move it? Like
It's a
as
move action
as
to move
standard
it,
action?
and I guess I could take a standard action.
Yeah.
I will just shoot him with my bow,
Okay.
and I'll deadly aim. No, I don't think I am.
Yeah, you just launch an arrow out into the cornfield.
Suck it.
Didn't look. I hit him.
I don't need this.
This isn't even my real job. Don't need this.
I need this job.
You know, when we get back, we should ask for more money.
Quinn.
I'm gonna. No, I don't think this will last. I was gonna use full strength, but I'm gonna wait till we see.
I mean, it lasts like a minute.
It
It's like
lasts,
10
I think,
rounds.
3
Yeah.
minutes.
Oh, a minute per level?
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, that's...
Yeah, you could definitely
I'll
full
cast,
strength.
Yeah, I'll cast full strength. Though.
Okay. That's going to be your turn unless you want to move up to him.
Oh, I thought. I'm sorry.
You
I
already
already
moved.
moved. I forgot. Yeah, because I untied
Oh,
shell
okay.
and stuff.
Yeah, he
Sorry
would,
about
if you did want to, if you're casting in melee with him, he gets an attack of opportunity on
So
you.
either cast
So you could
defensively
shift back
or shift.
and cast it, and then move back up to him. That makes it his turn.
Turns into a demon.
No, he's not. He'll die. As long as he fails a reflex save, he'll die.
He is going to shift back, or shift sideways, because you can't shift into the corn. No, out of
Yeah.
range. Yep.
That's what I did, but then you said no, so
And he just extends a hand at you and he says, "Stay there." And make a will save.
Yeah, do it.
21.
Okay. You feel your body begin to like tense up, like almost in like paralyzed, but you shake out of it.
Can I reply back to him?
Yeah.
I think not.
He's then going to move 2 squares that way. If you could move him for me.
Do a second time to me.
Here. Right in front of the fire. Yep.
Oh, hi.
Baron.
Powder attack.
Fucking shoulder him.
Yeah, you put everything you have into it, but you are not able to hit him.
My axe goes into the, or my star knife goes into the ground.
One of the cultists trips him as he.
Elric.
Ow!
I tap you on the side. Keep moving your cloud around. Take out the cultists. Apparently they are chanting for some reason. As I try to hit this man twice with just regular cards.
Okay.
So, we need +4. That's a miss. 13.
That is a miss. Alright, then it's back to the top with Nyx.
So, I want to move it again to maximize the max amount of cultists that I can hit.
Yeah, these cultists aren't moving at all. So basically, you just move it over them and you just take them all out.
Okay. Well, this is the last round for the spell
Okay,
because it only lasts 1 round per level. We're on
Alright.
level 3.
sure.
So I want to still try to hit him
Okay,
and still maximize the cultists.
yeah, so you can hit him and 4 other cultists.
Okay.
You got 23 again. I rolled a 20 on all 3 saves against it.
Well, you're lucky. And the other guys?
They're all gonna just take full damage.
9.
Yeah, you drop more of them. So there's only like 4 cultists left
Okay.
that are
And-
like on the other side.
As it was moving, you could see it like dispersing and dispensing. So I'm just gonna like take a good look at the Andretti and just like poke my pink eye at him and give him the evil eye curse.
All right.
And I'm gonna give him -2 to AC
Okay.
because, yeah.
Just look at it. Just look at it.
All right.
You think? Oh, he's got to make a will save.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I thought that it just did it. 20.
Yeah, so he's only affected for 5 rounds.
Okay. Quinn.
So that's just a +1 to attack rolls, right?
Mhm.
17.
Yeah, that hits.
That was
I'm just going
+2.
with this.
No, that's +1.
Or no, it's both strength is +2.
Oh.
+4.
I didn't even add that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
both,
yeah, then I-
both strength
yeah.
is +4.
Yeah,
But
both
you can
strength
only
So
you can
it's
only
+2
make
to your attack.
you can only make the 1 attack right now.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So I do hit.
But it's also +2 to your damage.
So +4 to my damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
9.
Nice. Yeah, you bash him in the back.
That's a lot of damage for a quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm. Then it's his turn. And he says, "Glonder, destroy my enemies!" And he hits his staff on the ground, and just this pulse of negative energy comes out from him. And I need all 4 of you to make a will save.
I'm so excited now.
I'm gonna use my reroll.
Reroll! Well,
Right.
I want to know what
20?
first, even though.
Auto fail.
10.
23.
Okay, so you 2 fail. You guys take no negative effect from it. You 2
That's
take
right.
9
That's
damage. And Baron.
Sick of your shenanigans. Power attack.
Man, your rolls turned to shit.
Doesn't mean you're still not sick of his shenanigans.
Right. They can't take that away from you. Elric.
That hurt. 2 cards. 14?
That hits.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Probably because of your attacks. And higher.
You're welcome.
Nope, that one misses.
So,
It had to be the exact number.
1 for my strength, 1 for magic,
5.
1 for deadly aim. Yeah, 5. So, 10 and 12, 15 damage total.
Okay.
2 cards sink into both the shoulders.
Yeah, you sink 2 cards into him, and he staggers backwards, and he like falls down onto his ass, and just lays down to look at the sky, and his breathing becomes like heavy and erratic before his chest just stops moving altogether.
So I'm gonna turn to all of you. I'm like, well, we all know this isn't over.
The 4 cultists that are left are like, that witch is asleep. Oh, let's just forget it.
Hold and stay still or you die.
Bow to your masters.
We are naturally good, so you can live through this. But we will kill you if we need to because you are evil.
What if Glonder kills us?
You won't have to worry about Glonder no more, for Desna will take over this place. As she rightfully should.
Is Desna really stronger than Glonder?
We're gonna find out. I'm gonna turn around. Did Shell run away then? Like, did I get all of her bones turned? Okay. I
Do
didn't
you
know if
enjoy sacrificing month after month? Or would you like to take your chance on a goddess?
It's just something that we have to do.
Who says you have to do it?
Then wouldn't you like to take your chance on a goddess that'll just do it?
Glonder's corrupted the land.
Desna will make this right. Give your praise to Desna.
First, we need to know if you know anything else about Glonder specifically other than he curses this land.
One guy points to Kriegler and he says, Glonder! And you turn around to see Kriegler's chest like a bulging, like a cocoon almost, with something struggling to get out.
Oh!
Are we using same initiatives and stuff? Is it still part of the same encounter?
It will be, but bursting from Kriegler's chest comes this life-sized or human-sized mosquito.
Knowledge to know if this is Glond, or just knowledge in general, maybe to know if this is Glondor.
Somebody could try religion, somebody could try nature, somebody could try planes.
I have none. I have none.
Woo! 28.
13.
22 in religion.
This is not Glonder, but it is a
Disciple.
yeah.
Scion.
It's something called a blight spawn.
Anything else I can know about?
Not really. Glonder. You just know that Glonder's faithful willingly give themselves up as hosts for the blight spawn.
Don't falter, men. This is merely a minion known as a Blake Spawn of Glondor.
Of Glondor.
Did you see me faltering?
I
Yes.
haven't seen it hit anything either.
Lies. I took out a few of those cronies.
You give me that cheap shot on the one.
With a knife, too. It's
Yeah.
not even
But
a bunch
it
of-
spreads its wings, and it tries to flap its wings and take flight, but its wings seem too wet with Kriegler's blood to actually take flight off the ground. So instead, it turns to Baron
Why me?
and attempts to sting you with its. I can't think of that word.
Sucker.
Yeah, sting you with its sucker. That's the word. Crit.
Ah!
28 to confirm.
Oh man.
27 damage. And it is stuck in you. It pierces right through your armor, and it is attached to you like the Sturges were.
Oh, it's because I was a crit too.
I can't go below my constitution, correct?
Right. Also make a fortitude save.
7.
You take 4 wisdom damage. And you are confused for 1 round. Not that that matters.
He's already confused.
But Nix, your turn.
I will kind of make my way over to avoid contact with him, and I will lay a hex of healing on you.
Okay.
Seeing that you have fallen and that our cleric is probably going to be busy, I will heal you for 10 damage.
Nice.
So you just
4.
10 HP.
No, you go to 10.
Oh, yeah. Go from 0.
Right, when you heal from 0.
Quinn.
Okay. I'll shift and then go back. I'm gonna use protection from evil.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff to this.
Basically, it just gives you a +2 to AC and saves against evil creatures.
Correct, and I don't need a saving throw. And then there's a third. It also prevents bodily contact by evil summoned creatures. The natural weapon attacks such creatures to fail, and the creature to recoil.
He is not a summoned creature. He's a corporeal creature, or he's a little
Oh,
living.
he's not summoned. Oh, I got you. Okay, sorry. All right.
Um,
And that is my full round.
right.
Hit him.
Baron.
Oh, if you get
Sick
up,
of you stupid thugs.
if you get up, he attacks you.
Can I like barrel roll across
You
the
can
ground?
attack him on the ground.
Yeah.
I guess I'll swing at his. I guess I'll swing at him.
You like some tick leg, don't you?
13.
No. Well, you are flanking him.
So that'd be a 15.
That hits his flat-footed.
Yeah.
6.
Okay.
And
Wow.
I'll use a fervor on myself for a heal for
Okay.
a d6. For 3.
All right.
What's a fervor?
Like immediate action. You can take.
He has like a pool of stuff.
4 times a day I
Um,
can
Elric.
make an action.
May Desna's light protect me as I cast shield on myself.
Okay. You gonna move or anything?
Oh, I'll probably shift like there, just to stay out of your way.
Okay. Its turn. Because it just dropped Baron, it's going to attack Quinn. Oh, but a 14 is probably not enough to hit you, huh?
It is not.
Okay. So yeah, it pulls its stinger out of Baron and tries to stab it into you, but misses. It becomes Nyx's turn.
I will just pull out my bow, and seeing that he's finer now, I will come around here and I will just deadly aim him in the back. No.
What other spells do you got?
I've used most of them,
You
unfortunately.
have Snowball.
Yeah, I have Snowball left. Ray of Frost. I'm better off just doing this.
I
mean,
Snowball's good. I mean,
It is, but I don't. There's no no
3d6.
point doing it right now.
yeah.
Saving it.
Next, just one, and it's Quinn.
Knock the fire over, burn it!
I don't know if that. I don't think I'd be able to knock. How? What is that fire open?
Is it like a brazier kind of thing?
It's like a bonfire.
Yes, I can't.
It's just like a pile.
Whip a flame and lob it.
I think he'll do more damage with his regular attack.
I'd like to shift back and use Spear of Purity.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
It's a fun spell.
Yeah. So you have to make a ranged touch attack. So you take your base attack bonus plus your dex.
Crit! What?
Confirm.
Oh man.
Double crit.
What?
Insta kill.
You guys know how much damage you're about to do?
Confirm it.
Triple? That shit can
17. What, against flat-footed?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
So that's
That's
the
the
house
first
rule that I have.
That's never
Let me
done
just
that
explain if people are viewing. You roll a 20, critical hit. You roll another 20, this is double critical hit, which is essentially an insta-kill if you confirm it. I really like the rule. If you don't like it, too bad. See what you do.
Okay, so I step back and I just scream bloody for Desna. I just punch forth with a spear of light and just pierce it and envelop it and it obliterates.
That's awesome. How much damage do you, or what is the damage
An
pool?
evil creature stuck by the spear takes 1d8 points of damage per 2 caster levels. So I think I just have a d8 done.
2d8.
Or
It
2d8.
keeps going.
Maximum of 5. An evil outsider takes 1d6 of damage per caster level.
Yeah, so it's 3d6s.
And is,
Well, it's a
and,
D8,
and
but
is-
it's plus 3d6s.
and
No,
is
it's
blinded-
just 3d6s.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And is blinded for 1 round.
Okay, so as an evil outsider, so you do 3d6s, but it is times 4, so you do 12d6s.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Do you want me to actually roll 12?
I mean, you can roll 6 twice.
Alright. Oh, that's not bad.
20.
15. Yeah, 20.
One math genius over here.
So, roll again. 14, 15, 17, so 40.
37.
37. So you just punch through it with light.
Do I do the d8s of damage too?
No.
Oh.
No, that you do d6s instead of the d8s.
Oh,
you do
okay.
a
Okay.
bigger pool of d6s.
I understand.
Spirit Purity's nice.
Yeah, that's fun.
It did also help I rolled.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So
Hopefully-
you just blast this light through it, and you take one of its legs off, and it is really going to focus its attention on you now. What's left of it? It can't see anything because it was just enveloped in such bright light, so it's trying to shake off the blindness.
It is blinded for 1 round.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is Baron's turn. You can stand up without provoking because it can't see.
Yeah, we'll do it.
You're welcome.
Power attack.
That was
Okay.
a nice move there.
Come on.
With or without the crit. it's still blinded him.
16.
Isn't that
Yeah,
flat
because
footed?
it's blinded.
Punch out.
6. No, 8.
All right. So you hit him in the back, and he spins around, and just kind of reaches out with his stinger. Elric.
Be gone!
Like you said,
Demon.
Dwarves always finish last.
14.
Yeah, because he's blind.
12.
No.
6 damage.
All right.
I was hoping I would finish it.
His
That's right, guys.
turn. He is still blind, but he's gonna try to attack Baron because he can hear you. He's gonna hit you blind somehow because a 30, even
50%.
with his blind penalty, is gonna hit.
50% miss chance though, because he's blind.
Yes, good call.
Do you want? Or
I got a
Hey,
percentile. And he makes contact.
Really finish me.
15 damage.
hey, you're not dead.
Down again.
That's fun.
So he just blindly turns and stabs you and drops you.
down.
He stabs you right in the forehead because he doesn't know your actual height.
Why is it always after to the dwarf?
Nyx.
So I'm going to make a pack of snow,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to toss it at him. So I make a ranged touch attack. Is he still blinded?
Yes.
Okay. 19.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, and I do 3d6s, and he needs to make a fortitude save.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice rolls.
13.
Yeah, his fortitude is 8.
Okay, so he's staggered and for 1 round,
Okay.
but he takes 13.
All right. Got it.
It's like just like
This
bowl
has
and
a lot of hit points.
I do like a
He is not looking good. He gets hit with that square in the head, and he's just kind of staggering around, still blind, not knowing what the hell's going on. It's Quinn's turn.
that spirit of purity though.
That was a fucking game changer. Just the blindness by itself.
Alright, so I'm gonna attack with my quarterstaff. 14 plus 6, 20.
That's a hit.
Second attack. 12.
That's a miss.
Alright. So then I get. So it's plus 4. And then do we get anything for him being like staggered or anything?
No.
Anything? Oh, okay.
He's just easier to hit.
Oh, 5.
All right, so you finish him off.
Oh, come on.
Dwarf didn't finish last.
How do you want to finish him?
Similar to the spider, I went explosion of blood guts all over that guy.
Jump.
He's dying.
just jump at him and
Yeah, I'm just gonna splat, jump and splat.
cause
All
you
right.
just shift forward. So
Fly swatter.
Yeah, so you do a leaping like spear stab with a quarterstaff that makes an awful mess because it's a blunt end.
it has holy light on it, so
Yeah.
it probably looks really cool.
And the blight spawn of Glonder lies dead before you with just this massacre of people in this forest or in this cornfield.
He deserved it.
You heal.
Yeah, I cast stabilize on him.
Yeah.
Okay. You stabilize the dwarf. You can use your potions and such to get him back in the fight.
Let's say you got multiple healing spells, maybe. I don't know.
I
Otherwise,
use
we
mine.
got multiple potions.
He has channels as well.
Let's say we're all kind of hurt, so if you channel,
I had 2 cure lights. That's a D6, right?
well, if he's gonna channel, there's no point in using anything else right now.
Where did it say of a channel?
I mean, I don't really expect us to.
I may not have written it down.
Yeah, I don't see. Oh, channel energy.
Yes, 3 times a day.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll use channel energy on whoever.
Okay. Yeah, so you just roll 2d6s and everybody around you, including yourself, heals that whatever you roll.
7.
It's not super important. I'm gonna, but
As
it
long as
gets
him
it gets Baron back up right. Immediately when the blight spawn dies, the mosquitoes leave. Like they just take off into the air,
From like everywhere.
and like a great swarm of locusts, they're just gone, leaving just silence in the night. You return to town.
I would bring this with, as well as the cultists, to be like, this is what you were worshipping up until now.
It's the middle of the night, so unless you're gonna go and wake everybody up, you can just do that in the morning.
Right. In the
Just
morning.
leave it into like the city center.
Yeah, so in the morning, you get some well-deserved rest tonight. The sun rises in the morning, and it is a new day in Ravenmoor. There's a chorus of cawing ravens ringing over the village as hundreds of birds descend on the feast's remnants. Birds are something that you have not seen in Ravenmoor in your time here. There is a great number of people missing. However, there seems to be just a feeling of happiness from the locals that were not involved, even without word spreading of the massacre.
missing York and Orsengard?
Ornegard.
Would it be
Ornegard.
fair to say we brought the 4 that were still living to the jail, whatever the jail may have been?
They don't have a jail. The mayor did have a cell in his basement.
Fair to say we brought them to the cell to detain them?
Sure, if you want to do that, that's fine. The mayor's brother is nowhere to be found. Leonard is just gone when you go back to the house. The seamstress's shop is closed, obviously, and will remain so.
I have her last piece of work.
That sucks.
Vioric says that he'll step forward as mayor during this time until Magmar can send some people to get this all straightened out. Everybody is shocked to hear of this news.
Don't make us come back here and remember to pay your taxes.
Vioric tells you to go into the mayor's home and take whatever you can find in there as payment of the taxes and as advance payment for any taxes to come.
I'm gonna go try to find Shell.
I'm gonna go get those taxes.
You find Shell at her father's store. Her mother, father, and brother are all dead because they were all cultists.
Oh.
They shouldn't be. We healed them.
They were part of the
went to
group.
hide them.
They came back
all when Shell was grabbed.
because they were afraid, so they were the ones that kidnapped Shell and forced her to come back.
Oh, what dicks!
Well, she's probably not happy to see me now that her family's dead.
She doesn't blame you. I mean, she's happy to be alive, and she doesn't want to stay in Ravenmoor anymore. So if you will have her along, she wishes to accompany you back to Magnamar to start a new life.
Sounds good to me.
Just like the last Ravenmoor queen.
Well, the last Ravenmoor queen was sacrificed.
No. No, the mayor said he went to the Magnamar. No.
The mayor was an alright guy. So, you get a good haul of treasure from the mayor's home. I'm not really going to go into that because it's unimportant, but you get a good haul of treasure, enough to pay the taxes that they owe and enough for them to pay forward taxes for quite some time. When you get back to Magnamar and word spreads of what was going on, the Church of Desna swiftly reacts and sends missionaries to repair the villagers' faith and repair the church, and as well as consecrate the unhallowed grounds.
I'm gonna go find Jaminda and say 200 gold is not enough.
Well, you receive your reward from Jaminda, but the city of Magnamar, upon hearing what you have done, rewards each of you an additional 500 gold.
Did you already get that 200?
No, I don't think so.
No, we did not.
What were you going to say?
Before we left Ravenmoor, I would take it personally upon myself to tear down that idol in the stones, and I would take a few of the stones and build kind of like a new altar and leave that little figure of Desna on there, and be below it, just the pieces of the statue of Gondor, and then break the spear of Desna, and lay pieces around it as well.
Cool.
I like it.
All Elric did was just load up on things for taxes. He was there for his mission.
This looks like a good tax. Oh, tax! Oh, tax!
Something that you do find in the mayor's manor is this leather-bound book that is called the Kriegler Book. And reading it on your way back to Magnamar, you learn of a strange druid who lives in the nearby Churlwood, who is the one who corrupted Iola Kriegler, who was the original mayor of Ravenmoor. There's been generations that have passed since that time, but perhaps that druid still exists somewhere in the Churlwood. The Desnan Church, should they find out about it, would hire you to go and search the area again when you're good and ready.
Intriguing.
Sounds like another adventure, guys.
I hate you guys. I don't want to adventure with you.
That was Feast of Ravenmoor. I had a lot of fun running it. Thanks for sticking it out. This was a little bit of a longer video, but wanted to get that boss fight in. I didn't want to do a half-hour video with one boss fight. We got more coming your way. Like and subscribe if you liked it. Let me know what you thought of Feast of Ravenmoor. If you've played it, I didn't find any other streams of this on YouTube, so we might be the only one. Cool. Thanks again. We're Dudes of Divination, and as always, we will see you at the table.